church people, they are pretending to be holier than thou. But on the flip side,
the biggest problem I've ever had in this industry so far are the Christians, not even the Muslims, not the Christians. They are the ones that, and when I was shocked when I came in, into the industry, because in my own head, I'm like, okay, we are family. So when they started giving me, you wear earring, you wear this, you this, you that,
say
and you are a Jesus boy, you are this, and I'm like, come on, and I personally believe that how do we reach the people outside? Like I said earlier on, how do we reach them outside if we are not with them? If if you don't go into, Bible says, go ye into the world. It didn't say stay in the church. Go ye into the world and preach the gospel.
Even Jesus said that I did not come for you, I came for them.
And what is the gospel? It's not religion. It's not you judging people that you look this way.
Exactly.
You look this. So a lot of my words were twisted to make me look like the devil. I went for interviews where my sentences were chopped create.
They were paraphrased out of context.
New words, just to. It just feels like once you start, and I've noticed something, and that is that people don't have issues with every other thing. But once you come out and you mention this Jesus, there's always a problem with it. I've noticed everyone that has stood up to say Jesus, there's always a problem, which makes me feel like there has to be something to this Jesus.
Of course there is.
There has to be something, because if you come out and you say you're a Buddhist now, nobody fights you. If you come out and you
say yes,
nobody has
nobody.
But immediately you come out and you start talking about Christ,
that's it.
So that was the point where my eyes were now open that, well, I think I'm in for it, and I'm here to stay. Irrespective of all the threatening messages you get, we cancel you, we will do this, we will do that. And I'm like, you didn't bring me here. God brought me here, and He's going to.
Nigerian musician Spyro is calling Christians his biggest problem in the music industry. Now, he claims that there had been threats to cancel him. And as you know, he has opened up about his struggles with criticism in the entertainment industry, revealing that he has faced more judgment from Christians, his fellow Christians, than from any group. And in a recent interview, the singer expressed disappointment at how members of the Christian community have treated him since he began openly identifying as a Jesus boy. And he said, the biggest problem I've had in this industry so far is the Christians, not even the Muslims. I was shocked when I came into the industry, because in my own head, I'm like, okay, we are family. So when they started calling me out for wearing earrings and all, I was shocked. My own thing is, how do we reach them if we are not in the world? I think if somebody like Ghanaian gospel musician or the self-acclaimed nations worshipper, Brother Same comes across this, he's going to be very, very happy that somebody is actually talking his matter for him, because I think for the past 2 weeks or so, he's been under so much fire and backlash because he mounted a stage in a church for a church program with a voluptuous woman, a woman with gigantic and humongous backside and body. And so he's been under so much backlash. So when he hears or comes across this interview by Nigerian musician Spyro, he's going to be like, Charlie, Fauntuma Bebo Mediano. So this is what Spyro is saying. Do you think these are some of the reasons why the church has been grooming lots of secular musicians unintentionally? Because when you take, let's come here in Ghana, when you take some of our very good singers, they will tell you their story. They tell you they started from the church. So why is it that they diverted? Why is it that they are now in the world? They are not singing gospel songs, like main gospel songs. They are rather singing secular songs. And they are living lifestyle like a worldly person or somebody, a secular person, as we've already tagged them. Do you think these are some of the reasons why this thing is happening?
Yes, just as you started by mentioning, we have a lot of examples in Ghana over here. Willie, if you can help me with this guy that had problem with Kiwa.
Last minute?
No. Cow songs.
Yes.
Yeah.
He also came from the church. Kwame
Eugene came from the church.
And Kwabna himself,
Yes.
I've listened
Yes.
to him interview that.
So what you say?
Yes, he even wrote.
So what you say?
Yes.
He's from the church?
Yes, he also came from the
Don't
church.
bet no money.
But Efia was also
From
from
the
the
church?
church.
Yes, so
Efia was
there
also
were
from the
a
church.
lot of artists that came.
Wait,
from
talk about what you said from the
Oh,
church?
Willie.
He was he came from the church, and not a lot of artists came from.
I mean,
the
that's
church.
where you identify your talent, or your
and they
gifts.
help you nurture it because they have access to the instruments over there.
Yes.
So you develop.
And
But
it's free too.
I think Kelvin Boy too.
You see?
Kelvin Boy too from the church. But we shouldn't forget the fact that there is religious person and there is somebody who calls him or herself a Christian. You have people who are religious and people who are Christian. Not everybody who is a Christian is religious, and not everybody who is religious is a Christian. So somebody might be singing a
Willie will
gospel.
tell you that he's not religious, he's a Christian.
He's a Christian. Yeah. You find somebody
He wants
who
to
is,
defend his atrocities.
you find somebody who is singing a gospel song, but inwardly the person is not religious. They do all sort of things behind, but outwardly they are singing songs for God, proclaiming Jesus Christ the Savior.
Some are not
blah,
even
blah, blah.
Christians.
Yes. So they will bring out that human character in them. That doesn't mean that the church hasn't got any good people in there. Still, there are good people in the church who are supporting the worthy cause of spreading the gospel of Jesus Christ all over the world. So as an artist, if Christians are saying things about you, then you also have to check yourself where you are coming from. Apart from you being a musician, you are a role model to people. So you wearing earrings as a male, because we know earrings are supposed to be for female. You being a gospel, Willie, we're shaking.
That is the problem. I think that's the problem with religion, especially. Because sometimes when we say some of these things and we refer to the Bible, right? And then you go into the Bible, the same Bible, things like this were happening. So does that mean they are also justified? No. And as you mentioned, the earrings bit, he said that if you don't go into the world, how can you bring the people to Christ?
Going into the world doesn't mean copying the lifestyle of the world. We have a lifestyle for the world, though. What separates you? What sets you apart as a Christian? There should be things that set you apart. When somebody wants to identify you with Christ.
So now it's physical.
Things that you are saying,
if
those rules were set by who?
If you are a Christian, you are going by the Bible. Things that the Bible has given you.
This one is going to be a debate between a Christian and a religious.
No.
If you're a Christian, then you are going purposefully according to the Bible.
I'm asking you a question.
Okay.
Now, if you enter church and you have your hair like dreadlocks and all of those things, they perceive you to be bad. But wait,
okay.
The man we are all worshiping, the picture that is hung over there, Papa Niti Myoguno. Why is it that you don't remove the man's picture, you don't sack the man?
Okay, point of correction. That is not Jesus Christ.
He's not Jesus, but I'm just saying.
That is a human being, an actor.
Yes.
And I'm saying,
And this person is even gay.
No, see, I'm not going to even go into that. But I'm saying that man's picture is even hanging in the room there. Okay. But I'm coming to worship with you, they are sacking me. You are saying I'm not part. See, Christians are the most hypocritical people in this world.
Why do you
I will never stop saying this. See, you are the ones that are supposed to encourage people to come and join you. But you find a way to sideline those people when they are coming close. If someone enters church, no, I want to assume, hey, no, we're better than one. Hey, no, we're better than one. They would make you feel uncomfortable. But if the same Christian entered the club or entered the gateway and the brothers are doing pass, they'll give you pass. That's one love. In the gateway, they are showing you love. But where that it is supposed to welcome me, because in the teachings or whatever you are reading there says what the life I'm living is dirty. So I'm supposed to be transformed by you. You are sacking me from coming because I don't look a certain way you perceive God wants me to look. God has not come out to tell anybody that I need a Sakura man to come to church.
No, that one day.
God has not come anywhere to tell me I need people who don't have jewelry to come to church. But it is not said anywhere. It is just our own home training as Africans. It is our home training as Africans that makes us feel like, hey, don't do this.
Earrings are for women.
Earrings are for women. Tattoos are this. But forget that tattoos are just body arts.
No, but even that earrings thing, we are still wrong. You see, that is the thing.
So wrong.
Because that is also one thing. Right now, the conversation is getting to a place.
But it has to get there now. That's where it will get to. Because no one has built any rule. No one has any rule book that they are using.
Christianity has rules.
The rule says don't wear earrings to church.
If you want to follow Jesus Christ.
In the Bible, Jesus Christ says don't wear earrings to church.
No.
He says don't do dreadlocks to church.
No. What we are saying is that the body is your body, my body, our bodies are the temple of God. Yes, so God lives in our body. So anything that goes against our bodies, then definitely we are going contrary.
So having earrings goes against my body.
No, but you said according to our African tradition, earrings.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
No, teacher Emma, that is why. You see, that is why I was trying to come innovate. The African when you bring in the African traditions, you are wrong, because that times they were doing it. They had dreadlocks. They had earrings. They had jewelry. Even men. When you study Mansa Musa,
it is the wise people that force us to cut our hair.
You see, when you study Mansa Musa, you realize that ancient times. I mean, I did African studies, not too deep, but at least I know some of these things. These things, you see how they talk about how They be exposing their body. Do you know how the women were being dressed back in the days? We are even being decent.
Making it look like
what we are saying is that as a Christian, your lifestyle should be worth emulating by somebody who doesn't.
So how about the person?
It's not worth emulating.
So wait, how about the guy? How about the young guy who doesn't have dreadlocks, with Trinity down cuts, doesn't have earrings on, but the suban is bad. And then there is somebody who has dreadlocks, has piercings, has tattoos all over their body, but then they are living a very good life. Their heart is pure. But the person that you think looks, everybody just says,
Christians are the most hypocritical people. No, but you see, as we are saying all this to Sammy, he needs to cut off. That's it. You're more inches a man yard. Sometimes you shouldn't go overboard. Like you bringing a lady on stage to come and twerk.
You know his also explanation that people also agree with. He's going to give you he's going to give you that feel that you see. I mean, sometimes we do this. We go to events and after that, Charlie, Yamfa AA, Yamfa Hade, we mention some pubs that we go and sit. So he, in his defense, he's going to give you an experience where after that back. You wouldn't want to go to the club. You get it? So he's bringing the club to exactly.
But we have churches that have.
He's the reason why. You see something when you go to some church, there's a Jesus cross over there. One day the cross will get down, pick the stick, and lash him very well. I was here trying to teach myself Jesus here or Bible.
Yeah, so big ups to churches like the Church of Pentecost, where they have the ghetto ministries where they go to the ghettos to spread the.
Shout out to Jehovah's Witnesses too.
Yes, they too.
They disturb a lot.
We have churches that go deep down over there. That
and even some gospel musicians. Yes. I mean, somebody like Yvonne Mens. You get it? Yes, he has that ghetto praise or something.
It's changing. Gradually, it's changing. For Pentecost like this, initially they were not accepting people with dreadlocks. But now, when you have dreadlocks, we are welcome.
You know. Recently, I saw a video on TikTok of a photographer who has been contracted by a couple to come and take videos and pictures of their wedding in a Catholic church. Now they got there, and then the priest told the photographer that he has dreadlocks, so he's not going to allow him inside his church.
Oh, that one day.
And he wasn't allowed. So imagine this photographer didn't have people he was working with. What becomes
For that one.
you get it? So I think sometimes we become too radical. And I understand that in this day and age, sometimes religious leaders have to take some radical steps, because I say the freedom now has become too much. So people have taken advantage. You get it?
And the young
But
ones
and the
also
Bible
copy
also says that, is it because of the grace are we still going to sin because adumninti? Is it because we know that the grace of God is there for us? So I mean, so in all, no, I think regardless, you should be a good person. And regardless your looks, whether you think you have the look of the Christian or the look of a ghetto person, clean. Don't be like Willie. Don't be like Willie. Now